So let's start. Let's start in just parallel first. We're just gonna let the shoulders get loose. Let's just start rolling the shoulders one at a time. Feel where the sticks are, and then while you're rolling your shoulders, I want you to notice which one goes way back, which one comes up. So it might look something like this. Can you see how this shoulder's coming up, this one's going back? And the rotation keeps happening in one direction. So see if you can get yourself to pull that other one, the one that comes high, pull it back. Start letting your spine rotate with that shoulder in that direction. Yes. I'll give you just a few breaths. Take it slow so you can feel. Good. When we're just standing and not moving into motion, yeah. Only when we're really in motion, but I think you're well, you're okay, now I'm going to pay more attention. Now I'm wondering. It seems like you're usually very straight up and down, unless we're like doing something motiony. And it's helpful because you have all those vertical lines by you. It's easy to see. Yeah. That could be tired body too. You're like, oh. So we'll wake up the feet, and that's going to help get you back upright. If you just push the forefoot down, everybody, and you should feel that swing you backwards. If you push the forefoot down and you just feel cranky in your knee or tightness in your hips, that tells you you're not using your foot and ankle muscles. You're using your knees and your hips to somehow push your feet. So pushing down with the forefoot should result in the rest of you swinging backwards. Yeah? Can you feel that? Okay, what does that tell you about how you move? He goes, look at Diana. Don't look at him. Don't look at him. Go look at Diana. All right. So now we're waking up the we're waking up the forefoot, and then I want you to push down your heel. Now, but here's the thing: you're not going to push it down from the front edge of your heel. You're going to reach through the back of the heel and reach it down. And you should notice that a similar thing happens, not as dramatic as the forefoot usually, but when you reach down the back of the heel, it brings you gently upright as well. Your hips and glutes wrap a little bit. Yeah. Can you find it? You're thinking of the back edge of your foot sliding down and consciously taking that heel bone, because it's its own bone, and pulling it down from the back side. And again, if you're like, all I feel are tightness behind my knees and in my hams and in the hip flexors, because that's another place. If we're trying to force our heel down from our hip flexors, you'll get this little thing here. Good, okay, then we're gonna add, of course, the two of them together with a short foot. So we draw the back of the heel down and we press down the forefoot and pull it toward the heel. Yeah, and then suddenly the swaying quiets, right? And then we release it. And inhale, exhale, press down the back of the heel and draw the forefoot toward it. Good. And release it. Let's do two more. Inhale, exhale, draw, and engage. Good. And one more. Draw and engage. Good. So we should start hopefully having a sensation of, oh, our pelvic floor is lifting a little bit too. Maybe your booty is getting nice and high just from standing here. Good. Okay. So then we're going to inhale, exhale, find that short foot. Good. And then just give yourself a little bow. Inhale, exhale into that bow. Good. And then inhale, exhale up. Check here. Are you in short foot as you come up? That's going to keep you from swaying. Good. And then release the short foot, release the arms. Let your toes wiggle a second. Good. That's a long time to hold it. Inhale, exhale. Short foot and bow. Good. Inhale, release. Exhale, re-engage. Up, holding on to that short foot. And then inhale and exhale back into neutral. Release your feet, wiggle your toes. Good. And one last round. Inhale, exhale, short foot and bow. Inhale, release the feet. Exhale, re-engage. Come up through neutral into extension. Good. Feet are on. Inhale, still feet on. Exhale in neutral. And then release. And wiggle your toes. You might feel good to lift up your forefoot. Do the ones and fours where you lift up big toe and then the other four. Give them all nice wiggles around. Good. Okay. So we're going to take your right foot forward. Just if you could draw a line across your toes, say that's your start line, just stepping on the other side of your start line. Yeah. Good. And make sure they're wide. Now we're just going to only do a short foot with the front foot. So inhale, exhale, engage there. Some of us will feel a more marked engagement up to the pelvic floor there. Good. And one more. Good. Then we're going to just take that same side hand and press it back. Good. And that should increase the sensation of those abdominals, that transverse abs. Now, if you're pressing back from your neck and shoulders, so I'm going to show you something like this versus this, then it's actually going to shortcut that connection. Then you won't feel it as well. So see if you get your center and then allow the shoulder to wrap around you. Good. And one more. Good. Then press back and allow yourself to show the sole of your back foot to someone behind you. Let them see it. Good. And then come back down. Hi, baby, baby. And again, round it up. So we're still using the forefoot, the front foot, it's a short foot, but the back foot's gonna peel off the ground. Just it will a little itty bitty bit, right? But right now we're pulling through with that front foot, and then we get to this place here. And if you really think, I'm trying to show you what the sole of my foot looks like. It creates a nice active arch, and the big toe and the other toe, the second and third toe, press down also. So it's a nice way to make it almost, make it a much easier process, I hope. Yeah. Then as you come back, start adding in the other hand coming back, and then forward. Yeah. So you're just getting this nice easy flow through the front foot, back foot, and then I hope as it's coming along, you're getting more sensation of deep pelvic core. And that should translate up into your abdominal core. And tell me if you're not, because then I'll have to give you something else to do. Yeah. Like a seesaw on your obliques. Yes, good, good. All right, good. Okay, so then let's come back to home. Give yourself a nice little bow. Because the other thing about that is that your spinal extensors start turning on a little bit more, so they might need a little bit of stretch. Good. And we'll do one more, just rounding out and getting that nice little easefulness. Okay, so then we look at our start line. Step your left foot forward. And then starting just with the foot, give yourself a short foot there. We're not using the back leg yet. We're just doing short foot on that front one. And you might not have, depending on side to side, you might not have the same sensation as easily up into your pelvic floor. And that has to do a lot with pelvic tilts and femur shift within the pelvis. It affects where the muscles and the fascia get pulled. And so you might have to think a little harder to create that sensation all the way up. Are you guys noticing a difference from side to side? Yeah. Normal, right? We're asymmetrical creatures. We're always striving for symmetry. Symmetry. All right, so when you feel you've got a few pretty reliable connections in that short foot, then you can add in just the easy press of your hand. But if you're like me and this foot is less connected, I want you to watch your spine, right? My body will wrap around on this side. My hip will literally twist forward to make it feel like my arm is pushing more, because I'm just not as connected on that in that direction. So if that, you feel that too, yeah, right? I'm like, whoa, what is happening there? So you have to really feel the whole foot. It's literally coming from that front foot. It might be that the forefoot is pulling and the back foot, the heel is not reaching down under. If I can get the back heel down under, then boom, the hip is under control. I get that feedback here again. See if you can find that. But I have to be super mindful each time, otherwise I'll get a swing. And then, of course, if you're feeling like, okay, I'm there, I got it, then you can add on showing the sole of your back foot to someone behind you. Now, again, if this is your side that takes a little more work, just to stay connected, work on the connection, right? Don't worry about the back foot as much. It will show itself, right? The better you get. What's interesting is then you'll feel more of that back hamstring work the better you are at the front leg. Yeah. How's that feeling? Should we do one more? Good. All right. And then you can step back to home and we'll take a nice full roll down here. So inhale, exhale, start your roll down. And then round yourself up. So I'm letting my arms just sweep and circle forward, yeah? These ones I want you to just find what feels good for you here. Because you just spent, 10 minutes stabilizing your spine against your feet. There you go. Good. And last one. So as you roll down here, if there was a side, and for me it was that second side that I needed more attention, could your heels be connected or your forefoot be connected there? Notice how that changes your roll down. Yeah? We'll do one more. Yeah, we'll experiment it. Feel it. So I'm going to try to connect down, keep that connected instead of rolling all the way onto my toes. Good. When you have, yeah. Yes. Yes. So that is an excellent awareness that applies also to Lisa and Mark. Because if you can get that, then you can get more articulation through the spine before you feel like you must hinge, right? Yeah, that's great, Diana. Okay. Say that, Lisa? So if you're not as well connected to your feet, the way that stabilizing runs through your body, you might wrap inward at the hip, and then it almost encourages you to just hinge, which is fine if you're doing a deadlift, right? But it also kind of doesn't give you as full of access to your glutes. So if you can keep connected down through the heel, you feel that the glute then is literally on, like letting out a rope, and then it turns back on again to pull you back up. So it's decelerating and then accelerating. It stays more aware. Yeah? Yeah. So, and you're not as much as you used to be. Mark is moving that way very well. Yes. But just always, when we have those old patterns that we're moving away from, sometimes it's good to recognize ways to help us stay away from them. So that was very good. Great observation. Okay, so then I want to have you have a moment of, I'm going to reach up through. We're going to just let ourselves have sort of a stretch. And we did this Friday when we opened up into Cossack. So you step open. One foot stays forward, and then we're gonna pull across and sit down. Lift that heel up, maybe get a little inner thigh stretch, put the foot back down, and then we step to home, and we'll just alternate sides. And I like the alternating just as much as I like doing the single side, because it shows me how open or not open I am. Pretty. Oh, baby, yeah. So what I mean by that is this foot shifts every time. It's hard for it to stay pointing straight at my mount. And each time if I give it a little short foot, hi, sweet boy. Hi. Then I have more stretch. I also have more support. What is it, my beautiful? What is it, my beautiful? Can I move? It's all right. Good baby. You're a good baby. Can you lay down in your bed? Can you lay down in your bed? Oh, look at that baby. He's giving you winky eyes. Yeah. Right? So when you put that foot down, so let's see, that was your left leg forward, right, Diana? Can you do that again? Do that left one again. That's good. That's what I was gonna say. Okay, so you got your squat part. Now pull that right femur back toward me. Now keep it there as you put your left foot down, as open as you can. Now short foot it there. And you should feel your right one want to do the same. There we go. And then just stabilizes you a little bit. Maybe very good. All right. And then I was gonna, sorry, Lisa, I was watching Diana. Now I wanted to see you do one. Can I? Good job getting your booty back, girl. Yep. Does it feel very tight on your left leg? So when you, yeah, and I notice that it keeps a bend instead of just reaching straight. Yeah, okay. And then can you put your foot down and still keep it straight? Straight, straight. So, no, okay. That's okay. All right. So, we're going to change our straps out for our bars. Do you feel, well, hang on one quick second. Don't do it too fast. I think we need just to open those arms up quick before we do it. Just do a quick, just a half a windmill or a high golf. Just give yourself a quick, nice open. Yep. Wow. When we do all the short foot, I have this weird sensation like my pelvic floor is up. Like, it's good, right? But it makes my legs feel longer, like my pelvis starts in a higher place. Yeah, good? Okay, now we can change for our bar. And that will be easier to manage having our toy. All right, and then we're gonna grab our toy. So let's see. Diana, you have both a ball. Lisa, that one ball you had, the one that was bigger, you could try that guy. And you would hold it up higher, I think up here. The bigger your ball relative to you, hold it down lower.
So what am I using? Sorry.
Oh, where did your ball? Oh, yeah, almost just mine is the pressure point is above my knee. It's not here on the bone. Even though the ball is so big it looks like it's touching it, but the actual pressure is here. That's a great question. Feet at hip width. Well, you can, so ideally, like I would have a big enough ball that I could stand like this. So our tension isn't giant. We're not squishing the heck out of this ball. It's small, just enough to keep the ball from falling. And it might fall, and that's okay. No, as long as you, and again, your touch on it might be very light, and that's okay. We don't want to squish the heck out of it. That's not the point here. The point is to get ourselves to feel it, and now can you imagine pulling it up into your privates? Just, right? And then notice the chain reaction. Hopefully, if you can imagine pulling it up, your feet are naturally starting to do their own little short foot. They're not waiting for you to trigger them. Yes? No? Okay. Yes, good. Okay, good. Now, if you're like, I don't think so, I don't feel that at all. So it might be because maybe you've rotated your pelvis or rotated your femurs in right? In an effort to find the inner thigh muscles that are the stronger set, which might not be your inner thigh muscles, it might be your medial rotators, right? So, yes, right? So seeing if you can just pull straight up first, good, because then we're just gonna squat. And as you squat, don't worry about hugging it, don't squeeze it. As you come up though, we're gonna pull it up. Yep, yeah. So we're gonna be waking up our medial quad as well as our inner thigh and our pelvic floor without hard squishing. Today is more about making that foot, pelvic floor, abdominal core connection, which allows you to do the roll up. Yes. So if you're pulling up the ball every time you come up, or if it's a magic circle, the same idea, and reaching down through your heels, you should find that your spine gets a little longer each time. Good. Lisa, how tall are you? So do you have a full-size circle or a mini circle? Okay. So you might also think about finding a mini one, just because you're on the petite side. So for things like this, the full-size one, you have to use your inner thigh muscles hard, right? It's very hard to do it otherwise. Yeah, it's crazy. But there are mini rings that I think are only about 9 to 12 inches apart, like 9 inches. And I think Marty has a mini ring. Good, all right, now we're gonna stay down here. Good, all right, now pull your bar towards you. What happened? Did your ribs pop? Could you keep your spine in because it's been doing such a good job? Good, all right, find that spine again. And then you're just gonna tap forward with one foot, just the heel, bring it back in. Good, and tap forward with the other foot. Good, that's it, stay seated, and that's all we're doing. So keeping that light touch, see if you can be light. Notice if as you go, you start to squeeze in hard. We wanna keep it pretty light so the pelvic floor stays awake, keeps that little sense of lift, it's holding us. We don't want our big medial rotators to take over there. Can you feel the difference? Play with it. What happens if you squeeze it hard versus when you keep it light? Who holds you up? It doesn't help. Nope, that's right. Not very well. But that's how some of us hold ourselves up. All right, and then other things have to end up helping out too that we don't want. All right, and then we can lengthen those legs, letting your booty come to the sky, and just stretch out through the back of the legs, reaching straight down. Good, and then round your spine up, keeping the bar close. Keep pulling your ball or circle upward. Good. Bring the bar up to your chest, all the way to the sky. Press back, drive through the back of your heel, right? Reach it to the ground. Feel that short foot on the feet. Good. And then we're just gonna rotate gently back and rotate gently back. So I'm pulling my shoulder blade back. Yeah, letting the torso go with it. And I want you to see if you can feel yourself still reaching down through your heels and your forefoot. And it should be this lovely, long, long sensation. Good. So now we're asking not just the obliques, but the spinal rotators. Good. And last one on each side. Good. And then we'll bring it back to center. Good. How do we feel? Feel like we want to take that away?
Yes.
Mark is saying yes. I know. Because after a while, we don't really realize how hard we're pushing there, so we'll let it go. Good. I'm going to take your circle to the into your right hand. I'm taking the ball, putting it on my left thigh bone. Good. All right. And then I'm going to flip my bar so it's upright. So that means my pinky side of my grip is going to have to work a little harder. Then we're just going to sit and pull. Good. On the way up, press your circle into your thigh and make your thigh press back. Release. And sit down and pull. On the way up, press the circle.
The ball.
What's that? Or the ball? Circle or ball? Everyone's got their ball at the moment. Yes? Okay, good. And press. Good. That's it. Yes, yes. Pressing through your armpit. As you. This is almost pat your head, rub your belly, isn't it? Almost. Good, okay. And the next one will stay down. Good, feel that little press, so you should feel your glute turn on, right? And it should be a similar sense of pelvic floor lift. You're turning on your backside glutes and stabilizing with your backside adductors. You have front ones and back ones. Okay, we're gonna take your right arm forward, right foot back. So, good. And then just tap it in, squeezing your left arm against your thigh bone. Back and in. Good. And back and in. Good. And then you can add a knee lift as you swing that up. Tap it back. So now you're in mountain climber. Your whole body is staying still except for the two moving limbs. Good. That's it. Good. And one more. Good. And that foot comes back to home. Good. Press that ball and roll all the way up. Good. All right, let's switch sides. So now I have it in my left hand. I'm going to work that pinky edge of my grip a little extra. Ball is on my right leg bone. Good. And then we sit and pull. Press the ball as you come up. Good. And sit and pull. So here's a little confusing tidbit. We're not pressing on the way down because actually everyone's gotten their glutes and glute medians in a really nice place over time that we don't have to. And that's a good thing. That tells me that in general, everybody's femurs are sitting better in their sockets. There is a natural amount of medial rotation that happens when we bend. Right up here, the femur folds in a little bit. But what the challenge is a lot of us fall in instead of just rotating in the socket, right? So that's why I'm not cueing you to press on the way down anymore, because you're doing a good job holding that internal rotation without adducting, without falling in. So yay everybody. I just had to tell you because that's how much progress all of you have made. I know, it's a good thing. All right, so then on the next one, we're gonna stay down and we reach your left arm forward, your left foot back, and we tap it in and press. Back, tap it in, pull and press. I'm going to show you me on this side because this is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm doing this with my leg. Can you see how it's almost a zigzag shape? So this side, I really am probably going to keep a little bit more push onto my ball through the whole motion. Yeah? One side or the other might be different, right? That's normal. So when you get that stableness, Then you can add in your knee lift. Yeah, you too, Diana. You and me both. Good. Ooh. Good. I see you thinking it, Lisa. I see you. Good. Working it. Good. Do we do one more? Nice. Good. And that comes back to parallel. Good. Squeeze and press all the way up and release. Yeah, feel your glutes? Yay! That's good. Good. Anyone else feel glutes? Yeah? Good. Pelvic floor is still buzzing, nice and lifted. Ah. Yeah? Okay, good. To me, it's the funniest thing because like I feel like I'm always talking about pelvic floor, the muscles that engage it, but when we focus like this, I literally feel like my legs are growing longer. Like pelvis is moving up. Strange. I know, right? It's weird. All right, so let's flip over. We're gonna keep our ball. Yep, right between our legs again. Same thing. If you're getting irritated by your toy, please feel free to set it down. We're gonna start grounded. So feet forward, heels reaching down. Exhale, press forward. Abs in, good. The nice thing about a slightly bigger ball, and maybe the same is true with a little ball, is that you can kind of feel your muscles moving around the ball, right? So as we're pressing forward here, if you're doing a short foot, you can feel how they move around the ball and the ball ends up wanting to get pushed forward. If the opposite is happening, if they're moving around this way and the ball wants to push back, that's your body using medial rotation to try to stabilize here. Yes. Yep, that would tell me that you're really being good at anchoring down through your heels, that your kneecap is pulling up every time. Good. All right. And then hold that press. Good. Now come forward into your floating plank. Good. Now from floating plank, we're going to lift up and imagine pulling your heels together. That ball should really feel like it's going to pop out. Put your heels back down. Good. Inhale, exhale up. Try to pull those heels together. Good. So if you think about that idea of coming up and showing somebody your sole of your foot while you pull your heels together. Yeah, good. It's okay if it doesn't feel as stable, right? It's a different idea. It will cue your little fibers a little differently. That's it. Good. Good. All right, one more. Stay lifted. Woo! Get myself back in order here, girl. All right, then we're gonna bend our knee. We're gonna hinge at our hips. Pull our tail back. Good. Come back into your plank line. Find your feet. When you find your feet, you should notice that your body quiets, like when you really get them good. The process of finding them might make you wiggly, right? Your body's looking for that stability. But once it's on and everything's locked in, you should get quiet, yeah? Booty's back. Good. And up. There you go, good. Yep. One more. Oh, yeah. And then Lisa, let your right leg wrap back a little bit. Or think about the heel coming from the outside of the heel around inward. When you come on your tiptoes, because I can see press your knee out, but I don't want you to lead from your knees. I think that's part of the problem. I want you to lead from your feet. Make your feet make the rest of it happen. Yeah? Did I just talk over you, Diana? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. From the heels, if you pull your heels toward each other, yeah, and then that creates that openness. And it should, yeah. Because then we're gonna add arms in. Oh. Mark, yes, we're gonna turn this into a big long stretch variation. So on the reformer, right, we've all done this guy, and we've done it here together. Long stretch here, and we've done long stretch here. We have in the past also done a big Superman version where we bend our knees, pull back, and then reach up as high as we can. Now check your feet, right? Don't let fear of falling make you go where you don't need to go. Focus on what you can do, which is connect your feet. Feel yourself hug the back side of your ball, your toy, not the front side of it. Yes, right? Because their temptation is going to be to roll in, squeeze in. Yeah, but if you can let your feet be in control, they will talk to your center. The knees will just follow the directions that they're given from the feet and the abs and the pelvic floor. Mm-hmm. Good. Wee-hoo, wee-hoo. All right. So we should probably take your little ball away because sensorially that might be a lot. I hope that's yeah. Good. I hope so. All right, so then we're gonna just go into some nice big motion. I was gonna have us do this one with balls, but we're gonna make it bigger without the balls. So we're just doing a forward lunge, that's it. So pressing forward, dropping into your lunge. Now here, you can still think about your feet, right? Front heel, front big toe. You should notice that then that turns on, right? We don't have our ball, but you could imagine that it's there and then come all the way back up. And then other side. Coming down, hold it, find your feet, and then come up. I always think it's fascinating that when I find my front foot, my back quad stretches. I can get down there, feel nothing, and then I find the foot, and because of the way everything turns on, glutes turn on, it stretches that other quad. That's it. Good. Good. That's right. Take your time. Feel that front feet. The other thing you might feel is your hamstring turn on the back leg, or sort of a working stretch on the back inner thigh. Yes, good. That's good. Yay. I love that. That's awesome. So I'm going to step forward with my right foot, pressing good. I'm gonna lift that bar up over my head, side bend to the right, and then push down the top strap. If you're a really bendy person, may miss your head. If it's your arms cheating, it may also miss your head, right? If you're trying to really be true to your spine here, my strap would probably hit my head, and that's okay. That's me knowing how far I really am. Does that make sense? Here's me cheating. Here's me cheating, right? I want the arms to stay equidistant, and we're only pressing as far as we can. Yeah, so lift your arm up a little, Diana. There you go. Is it a wet? Working obliques. Yeah, but I want you to give yourself a quick little test in that side bend. This is what I'm talking about. Arms stay equidistant to the ears. And I'm seeing a lot of this sliding over. So really let your spine do it. Yeah, better, good. All right, and then we're just gonna come back up, do the same thing other side. Yeah, easy. Oh yeah. But that's what I'm saying is you might end up with the strap hitting you on the top of your head if you're if you're cheating and it's moving over you. Let's see, where are we? We're this foot forward, yeah? So again, set your front foot, right? Set that front foot. There you go. And then little press and bend. Whoa. Oh, good. Yeah, okay. Now can you set that front foot and feel yourself trying to show someone the sole of your foot on the back one, Lisa. And the reason I say that is because now when you're side bending, you're floating. So I don't, yeah? Do you feel that? So finding that back foot and the front foot, sorry, should create more stability. Better, yeah, better. Whoa, yeah. And then look who came to play all up here in your obliques. I see that. That's great. Yes, that's wonderful. Good. How did that do for you, Diana? Good? Good. All right. So, yeah, like tick, 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 tick. Awesome. All right. So let's take our bars off. Let's put ourselves into straps. Oh, he's so needy this morning, my good boy. What a needy baby boy. Oh, he hasn't had his beer. Oh, I know. Just, you have to wait literally 6 minutes. That's all. You can wait. And then we'll get on down to the mat. And so we'll start with our backs to the mat. We'll press forward, rounding just into a nice kind of a rounded cat. Then extend your spine. Now you're hinging. Should be feeling that nice stretch through the back of your legs. And then we're just going to pause here and press those arms forward. And you can play here a little bit with what happens when you connect to your feet. So sometimes I'll just do my forefoot and I'm like, why does it not feel right? If I reach that heel down, also, right, pull it under. then the small of my back is like, ah, thank you. Can you feel that? Good, good. That's a baby boy. That's a baby boy. Good. One more. I know. I love you. Good boy. And then we'll let those hands come down to the floor. And we'll step our feet back. And we're going to go into a plank side plank. So hand up to your armpits. Press forward. Then hold it there. Come to your side. Press over. And let's press over 4 times before we come back. To press one more time forward. And then that hand can come down. Other side. So in your plank, you know, a lot of times I've heard yoga instructors, and I also do, cue reach your heel back. But what if your heel reaches down and under toward the forefoot? What if you try to do a short foot while you're in your face down plank? Yes, what happens? Yeah. Right. It's just a little more active way of taking that reach your heel one more step further. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Yeah. Right? Awesome. Good. Did everybody get at least 2 sets on each side? Okay, fantastic. So then we're just going to turn around and face our mount. Wow. Oh, baby, that's the cutest. Sorry, Marcus has to give the dog love right now because he's being his cutest self ever. I know, he's just really giving us, you know how Chihuahuas can kind of make that squinty love face? He doesn't do that much, like that often. So we're gonna let ourselves roll into a C curve, bringing our bands with us. Good. Reaching those heels down and then imagining that you have your ball right here. What if it was here and you were pulling it up into your privates? Good. Come back up. Now if you wanted to, of course, yes, you could put it there, but I don't want you to squeeze it hard. I just want it to be a tactile thing that you can feel and then try to pull up through your inner thighs. And you should again feel then top of inner thighs, pelvic floor lift, and the glutes turning on, feeling how the glutes roll under you as you tilt back, yeah? Yay! Good. Good. One more. That's it. Good. Yeah. Good. So then we're going to let ourselves round all the way back. And we'll row here once we get all the way down. But keep pulling that imaginary ball up as you roll down. Good. And then row your arms up to your armpits and then all the way back to your mount. Pull that ball up as you row your arms. Can you feel your heels pressing against the floor? Lots of things to be thinking about. Actually 2, pelvic floor and feet. And then the rest just magically happens. Good. 2 more rows. Good. Arms go long, and then we'll just allow ourselves to pull the arms up to the sky, create a nice hollow body as the arms lift you up. So literally, you start your bow, arms pull up and back. There should be enough tension that the arms pulling up and back starts you lifting. That's it. Then you can press out to the sides and back for a boomerang. Nose to your knees. Hands come behind your back, up your back as far as they can. Should tilt you forward a little bit. Exhale, press down. Good. Bring them back up your back as high as you can. Good. And then press down. And one more time. Up your back as high as they can. Press down and out to the sides. Unfurl your spine as the arms circle out and forward. Nice. Good. Take your right hand to your left pinky toe. Reach up and back. Good. And then bring them back to the front. Swing across left hand, right pinky toe. Reach up and back. Good. All right, and then take both legs open into a straddle stretch and just push your strap forward as much as you can. And it doesn't have to be a giant straddle stretch to feel the stretch, right? Just a little. Good. And then again, we're going to swing right hand over to left. Good. Reach that hand back, that left one, as far back as you can. Now we're going to saw it. We press forward and back at the time. 3, 2, 1. Lift your spine up, abs on. Rotate the other way. Bend down, pinky toe, pinky finger. Press both arms apart, 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 apart. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, saw. 3, 2, 1. Pushing open. Good. You should feel that pelvic floor pulling up right here, like it's floating off the ground. And then back. Good. And then up to center. Good. Give it one last press down. Feel your center lift up. Good. And then gently bring those arms forward and rest. Huh? How do you feel? Funny? You feel funny? Oh, sweaty. Oh. Okay, so well, yes, you've got your sweat done for the day. How's that feel? Good.